For today's session, we have with us Mr. Nilay Khatri. He is the founder of Automate SMB Enterprises. He started as a software engineer in 2011 with the company V Tiger Private Limited, a CRM company headquartered in Bangalore, India. In 2014, he established an office and laid foundation for Automate SMB Enterprises, which completely focused towards providing customized CRM solution. The company provided solutions to more than 10 vertical and over 300 businesses directly or indirectly in collaboration with CRM consultants across the globe over the next few years. The company is currently serving 300 plus businesses on Automate CRM IO platform to over 15 plus verticals. Mr. Nilay is also a bronze medalist in World Shotokan Karate Championship 2008. Thank you for joining us today.
Hi, Ananya. Thanks for having me over here.
Could you please throw light on why there is need for strategic planning for businesses and individuals?
Okay, so strategic planning, I would say rather than strategic planning, even if you talk about just planning, so even if you're starting any kind of thing, whatever objective you have in your life or let's say professional, in terms of career or business, whatever it is, you need to have a planning first, right? So it's a kind of laying out the path for your objectives, right? So in terms of when you talk about professional or the business terms, then the objective here is to have some profits and to serve various businesses, which is basically which is aligned in terms of your passion, right? So you want to give a solution to a existing sort of kind of a problem which businesses are facing basically, right? Not just businesses, even the consumers, if you talk about B2C and kind of thing, right? So first, the fundamentals is always laying out the plan. And in terms of that, you need to have a strong strategy in terms of not just how you're going to monetize it, but also in terms of how are you going to, bring more customers, how are you going to retain them, and how you are going to overall execute your business, right? So and in all those things, the center over here is about the customers, right? So yeah, I would say business strategy is the fundamentals, which anybody should look into before starting any kind of business or profession.
Now, could you please tell us a little bit about how CRM would play an important role in building strategy to build a strong and lasting customer relationship?
Right. So the first thing I would say before jumping onto the CRM topic is that people are a bit confused these days between CRM tools, the technology, and what actually is CRM. So CRM in itself is the strategy. It's more about how are you going to build that everlasting relationship with your customers, right? But in today's world, people are just getting confused between CRM tool, which is your technology stack, which you take help of to execute your strategy, right? So when you talk about the CRM, right, it's the center, I would say. So customer relationship, until you have good relationship with your customers, you are going nowhere actually, right? So in today's era, again, when you talk about it is much more easier because you have wider range. You can easily track your touch points. You're in a direct touch with the customers wherever they are. But if you compare that with the earlier scenarios, it was a bit difficult, right? There was lack of communication. There were limited channels to communicate with the customers, and it was a bit difficult to keep a track of. But in today's era, it has become very much easier. Now, when it comes to CRM, right, it is very much centric in any kind of business. Uh, so CRM now, when you say in terms of the strategy, it is not just about sales again. Again, many people have this kind of illusion that when you talk about CRM, it's just about the sales, how are you going to manage your meetings, and how are you going to convert customers. So it's not just about that. CRM is basically building relationship with your customers. I would say it's complete experience, not just the sales part. So it starts from the moment somebody comes to your shop, in terms of digital era, whenever somebody comes to your website, or even before that, how are your ads placed and kind of thing also. So what is bringing customers to your channel starts from there and goes until they are connected to a customer, your execution, your deliveries, how do you provide them support, and even if somebody wants to move out also, that should be graceful. It should not be that, on a hard terms, basically. So it includes the entire, anything whatever is involved in the entire process from onboarding or till the delivery of your solutions to the customers. But with the today's era, the technology, it has become a lot easier. You have got so many tools. You can easily communicate. You can keep track of them. All everything. Let's say your support tickets, your payments, your subscription cycle, which is coming up the next big thing. Then your project execution, your employee management, everything could be tracked in one single place, right? And once you have everything working in sync all together, that's your will result into the a good customer relationship. Even you have a good support team or your sales team is good, but in the end, if your employees are not happy or your supply is not matching your customers' expectations, it's going to affect the relationship with your customers.
Could you now please tell us a little bit about Automate SMB Enterprises?
Right. So the focus of Automate SMB was to, as the name says, it says automate small and medium business. So when it comes to when you compare SMBs with big companies, Fortune 500 companies, I would say. So I mean, in those terms, the politics or the mechanism how the companies work is very much different. So you are comparing a company which makes it a turnover of, let's say, 2, 3, or 10 million, and with companies which work in a different way when they cross like $100 million, right? So you're comparing those kind of companies, and so idea here was that since the involvement of the founding members or some people like that is very much essential in small companies. So a lot of the tasks over there, and normally people who are in this kind of small medium businesses, especially the top management, they get involved into macro management and they lose focus of what is their main objective, right? So idea here is to give a platform or a solution which can help them to automate their daily routines or the normal tasks which are iterative, and rather they can focus on the things which matter most, right? And for that, we basically started with providing CRM solutions. We started with the open source CRM, and lately, over 10 years or 8 years time spent, we served many businesses over various verticals, right? So we combined all those experience of ours. And last year, we have introduced our own SaaS offering called as Automate CRM, which is a combined platform. As I mentioned earlier, that everything is required. So we give a single platform where we can manage your entire customer journey, starting from onboarding till the customer starts paying you.
Okay. Thank you for this insightful session. This is Ananya Shinai, marketing lead at Appian, signing off for today. Thank you so much, sir.